Hey everyone, I am super excited to be here. I'm coming to you live from my balcony in Italy right now. I just got back from the beach. I spent a beautiful day swimming, enjoying myself, took a great nap. excuse, excuse me. Okay. And now the fresh air is making me sneeze. So I'll give you like a sneak peek. Back there, you could see the Mediterranean. On this side, you could see the mountain sides of Italy. And on that side, you can see more mountains. So I thought it would be fun to, hey, Leonardo, how are you? To come on here and I want to talk about the things that are required, right? As founders, of CEOs, how many of you guys drop below? How many of you guys are entrepreneurs, business owners? How many of you guys are founders? Have you been in business? How long? Drop me below. I want to hear from you guys. So, this conversation today is about the changes that no one talks about. I've been an entrepreneur for 38 years. Right now, I'm in my home in Italy, which is on the Mediterranean, and I'm enjoying my summer. I'll be here till the fall. And I've created this life for myself. And the clients I work with also have lives where they're making changes, they're reinventing, they're refining, they're doing different things in different seasons of their lives, right? Everyone thinks being an entrepreneur or being a business owner is like one sided. It is not. It is not one sided because what happens is different seasons, different reasons. We are going through different things at different times. One of my clients, Angel, this week she was telling me about the struggles she's having making a decision to buy a house abroad. She said she feels the guilt. Her children live in the United States. She feels all this obligation. She has an older father who is now is in assisted living. She's dealing with like what I call real life shit, right? This isn't all the crap you see on social media. A lot of people glorify and falsify what being an entrepreneur is, what being a founder is. I've got clients who are making 10, 20, 30 million dollars a year and they're still struggling with making decisions. They're still struggling with trying to figure out what their next move is. They've lost connection with maybe like their intuition and they're reaching out to me to reconnect with themselves so they feel better. If you guys can see me, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what type of business you have and what's going on. I said earlier, I just came off the beach in Italy. I'm in the Mediterranean and I'm enjoying my summer. It's beautiful out here. And I wanted to come on here live and talk to you guys about what it means to be focusing on your next season, what it looks like to make clear decisions from a place of intuition and knowing and not fear, right? I know one of my other clients, Jacqueline, she was ready to exit. She had been in business over 25 years. Her business was generating millions in revenue. And she felt, I just saw a butterfly go by. She felt it was time. Oh, and now a bird. It was time for her to exit her business. Do you hear this? Church bells. Listen up, guys. Isn't that beautiful? This is another thing I love. You sit on your balcony, and besides the view that I have right now, I get to witness. Here, I'll show you this view again so you could see like what's behind me. If you could see that, and then the Mediterranean is this way, and that body of water back there, that's Sicily and the Mediterranean Sea. So, back to my discussion. I get sidetracked here. So what we were doing with Angel today, I was helping her get clear. We had a call earlier today, and I was helping her get clear on what that path looks like, what's important for her now in this season. Like, what does she have to do to make decisions that are based on her soul calling, not based on what other friggin' people want? Because how many times are we doing things in life that other people want, but it's not what we want? Maybe it's what your parents want, even though you're old, right? Maybe it's what your kids want, what your business founders want, what your team wants. And we're getting pulled from side to side and not making choices based on what's best for us. So with Angel, I helped her get clear on a few things that were priorities for her and make her really realize that it's her life, her decisions. She has put her time in as a founder. I know sometimes a lot of clients even come to me and their marriage is suffering, their relationships are suffering. Guys, we're humans. Founders, CEOs, business owners, we're still humans. We have to work and process these emotions. If we don't process these emotions, we're either going to get sick, wind up being in burnout, which I see all the time. And what does burnout mean? You just can't function anymore at 100% because you're overloaded. Our nervous system is overloaded. Hi, everyone. Hi, Bridget, Leonardo, Dario. Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad you're here. I'd love to hear from you guys. What are you doing? What are you working on? What stage are you at in your business? And what is something that is making you feel stuck, uneasy, that you really want to work on? This week I wrote an article. If you guys haven't subscribed, head on over above and subscribe to the refinement. I talked all about what nobody talks about. What happens when you hit your numbers? What happens when you create the wealth? What happens when you create the success, but you kind of still feel empty? People come to me with those issues all the time. Success and happiness are not hand in hand. Did you guys hear that? Success financially does not necessarily mean you're going to be happy. So, being happy is an inside job, and that's something that we have to work on ourselves with our own inner game, making the choices that work for us, making sure that we're tapping into our intuition and honoring our spirit, not honoring the nonsense that is coming at us from the world. Because there's no point in being in business, being successful, and being wealthy if you're not going to be happy. Clarity helps create happiness. And without clarity, you're going to feel overwhelmed and clouded. This brings me to a story I remember one of my clients, Bridget. Bridget owned a bunch of Medi spas in the United States, and she was feeling so overwhelmed because she felt like she couldn't manage anymore. But even though the businesses were doing good, she felt like crap. She's like, Maria, I feel like shit every day. I don't feel happy. I don't feel satisfied. I'm not spending time with my family. I'm not spending time with my husband. What happened is she had become a workaholic to numb out a trauma and a pain that had happened to her when she got divorced. Now, people a lot of times they'll come to me feeling something's not right, but they're not quite sure what it is. And those are the things we work on. It's the feeling that you've got success, but now a complexity has come in. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm going to be coming on live regularly. If there's topics you want me to cover, things you'd like me to talk about, just give me a direct message or drop them below. I would be honored if you follow, subscribe, if it resonates with you. I'm excited. For those of you who don't know me, I've been an entrepreneur for 38 years. I've owned over 12 different businesses in service base, in personal development, and in business development. Sending you lots of love and light, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone.